Wabam, quick little bit of Berserker Rage, jump up behind him, and oh yes, he is dead! It really is as easy as that. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Spiffing Brit, and today, welcome back to the wonderful world of Skyrim. I know, we're back! It's amazing, it feels like home. And naturally, what are we doing today? Well, we're going to be creating the ultimate sneak character. Because chances are when you played Skyrim and you tried out sneak, you thought, hey, I'll just use it with a bow and get like 12 times damage modifiers. That's fantastic. Wrong, that's pathetic, ladies and gentlemen. What's that? Only 12 times the regular damage? Pathetic. We're going to be improving that and taking it to astronomical levels and completely breaking any balance that Todd Howard had originally envisioned for this game. Welcome back to Opera GX, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. They've sponsored yet another video, if you can believe it. As you know, I absolutely love this fantastical gaming browser. We've already gone over why it's great, because you can throttle your CPU RAM, and also you can use cheeky VPNs, so that if you really wanted to, you could access Siberian Netflix. It's got Twitch, it's got Discord, it's fantastic. But guess what? Today I'm actually going to show you something even weirder. As you can see, I've set my lovely, custom, beautiful background to the majestic Todd Howard, the man who created everything. I even have WhatsApp so that if I need to suddenly speed dial Todd Howard, I can listen to his smooth, subtle, and beautiful voice. But best of all, if for some reason you don't want Todd Howard, you can actually have an animated background. Because why have Todd Howard? But you can have this. I can't believe I get paid to do this. Perfect. This is the exact way I like to handle all of my business meetings, with this kind of background. But honestly, there's no reason to just not use this instead of Chrome. It's better in basically every regard, and you could even use Chrome extensions in Opera GX. This is really important if you're a content creator, because I use a gigantic quantity of plugins to snoop at all of the lovely metadata backend of YouTube. And guess what? You can do it on Opera. It's majestic. You can even import everything that you had from Chrome right onto Opera. So hey, if you feel inspired and want to get your own Catgirl or Todd Howard background, then why not go on down into the description and install Opera GX. And heck, if you already use Opera, as I heard many of you already had, or you're just using it for the first time, hop on down to the comment section and give me a shout. I'd love to hear which Catgirl background you end up using. So thank you very much, Opera GX, for sponsoring today's Skyrim video. Now let us go and marvel at the wonderful world of Skyrim as we completely decimate any balance mechanics in this game. Now I'm sure many of you have done sneak builds in Skyrim. You've achieved sneak 100, but what if you went beyond sneak 100? What if you went sneak 200, sneak 300, or in our case, sneak 9000? That's right. The sky's the limit with what we have planned today. So yes, I'm going to be showcasing a few cheeky exploits which allow you to stack some absolutely ridiculous modifiers, which will allow us to basically one-hit absolutely everything in the game using basically the worst weapons we can get our hands on. Best of all, these exploits can be done pretty much instantaneously out of the game, requiring no setup and just a whole bunch of Skyrim-y cheese. So without further ado, make sure you're sat back, relaxed, with a nice warm cup of tea in hand, and if you're feeling especially fantastic, you could even like this video now. Without further ado, let's dive into a brand new game of Todd Howard Skyrim. Oh my goodness, am I so excited to be here today. Oh wow. Oh, and of course it begins, as it always does, with the lovely Bethesda Game Studios logo. Ah, wonderful. And here we are, the wonderful world of Skyrim, ladies and gentlemen. Now, of course, with our plan today, we need to create the stealthiest sneaky boy in the universe, who's going to allow us to walk up behind enemies completely undetected and absolutely one-hit them into oblivion. And fantastic, we're now going to be decapitated. Now, of course, Loki of Rorikstead is going to absolutely leg it, but you see, he's going to be murdered by the inefficient strategy of bow and arrow. Watch this. One shot, he's dead. But look at that. They had to do it at range. They were detected. Pathetic. We're going full sneak, so we need to create the ultimate sneaky boy. Now, when you think stealth character in Skyrim, chances are you might think of Khajiit, simply because they have natural improvements to stealthiness and unarmed attacks. You might think maybe the Dark Elves as well for their natural stealth and magic skills, but no, instead we're going to be playing the stealthiest race of all, the Orc. You might not think orcs are the greatest for stealth builds, but they are. It'll all make sense very soon. So we're going to create ourselves a lovely orc. We're just going to make him a thin noodle boy. Oh no, an orc with a moustache. Now that is perfect. Okay, now who is our hero going to be? Well, as he's a stealth orc and he's going to be spending most of his time effectively crawling around, I thought it would make only perfect sense that we call him Bend Over. Now, Bend Over here is going to be bent over, crawling all around the lovely dungeons of Skyrim, finding lovely goodies and loot. Although actually, he won't be doing that for quite a while, because naturally we're just going to immediately beeline our way to fantastic success. We're going to bypass pretty much all of the game and instead create an insanely powerful character. Right, well, here it is. We're going to get our head lobbed off. However, it's time for a Dragon Ex Machina. That's right. We're saved by a great big old dragon boy. Right, well, now it's time for us to quite simply run away. Goodbye, everyone. Just beeline our way through most of the game here. Right now, of course, we have the choice. Do we join the Imperials or the Stormcloaks? Remember, you always want to join the Imperials because, dear Lord, if you haven't read up on any of the Skyrim lore, never pick the Stormcloaks. They're nutters. Anyway, we're finally going to get our hands cut, which is fantastic, meaning, oh, we get to look at our lovely Bend Over. And in fact, we can even bend over for the first time. Here we go. Oh, look at it. Oh, yes, this boy can bend. Look at him bend. Wow. He's going to be fantastic. Now, of course, starting out as an orc, you do have some abilities. For a start, we have an improvement to enchanting, smithing, heavy armor, blocking, two-handed and one-handed weapons. Now, we're going to ignore all of that and instead go for sneak. Yes. Right, away we go. I've got some stealthing to do. Right, now there's some Stormcloaks in here, so naturally we're just going to go in and murder them quickly. Hello there, Stormcloak, and swing and hit, and swing and hit. And there we go, the Stormcloaks are dead. Fantastic. And let's just run our way through this fantastical maze. Now, the greatest reason for being an orc in this game is one very magical thing. Say hello to the orc's racial bonus. It has the natural power of Berserker Rage. For 60 seconds, you take half damage and do double damage. It is absolutely insane. Because that is right, that is double damage. And best of all, it stacks with everything for some reason. It is a completely and utterly broken modifier. And we actually have access to our first ever dagger here, ladies and gentlemen, so we'll be taking that bad boy because chances are we're going to be needing it. There we go, look at this. Oh, it only does 4 damage, but trust me, it's perfect. Alright, and so away we go into the lovely caves as we're going to find ourselves even more and more Stormcloaks to murder. Fantastic. Although now we have a lovely handy little dagger. Now, I mean, a dagger doesn't exactly do that much damage. It also doesn't really have that much range, and it's basically just me repeatedly mashing the clicky click button. But you know, at least we get a lot of hits off. Not that they necessarily do much damage. Right, now of course in this next room we get the lovely bear, ladies and gentlemen, and this bear is a fantastical opportunity for any up and coming Skyrim gamers, simply because it is actually quite a faff for leveling up your sneak stat. The sneak skill only levels up when you basically stealth in front of enemies. There's a few ways you can cheese this. For example, there's a blind bandit who you can stand in front of and walk into a wall and train up your sneak stat, but why do that when there is a literal bear right in the starting zone and all we have to do is simply walk into the wall right here and increase our sneak skill? It really is that easy. Right, now I'm just going to find my usual spot on the wall right about here and activate the auto run key and watch as my sneak skill increases from a pathetic 15 to now it's up to 16, and honestly just the longer we stay here the more and more it's going to go up. So just engage auto run, point at this wall and have fun begin.
6.5 hours later.
Right, now I think our sneak skill has been appropriately increased by a decent amount, and oh my goodness, we're actually able to level up just off of our sneak, and yes, sneak 100, and you leaving the computer running for several hours would yield fantastic results. Now naturally, where are we going to sink all of our points into? Well, we don't really need mana, so it's just going to all go into health and stamina today, ladies and gentlemen, but we've managed to achieve level 8, level 9, level 10, okay, level 11, my goodness, we're going to be quite high level just off of this sneak thing, aren't we? Yep, we are. Level 17. Now, the reason we wanted to be so high level in sneak is very important. Firstly, picking up stealth. This makes us much harder to detect, so pick up all 5 points of stealth. Next up, you want to pick up the perk of backstab, so that sneak attacks with one-handed weapons now do 6 times damage. Then pick up deadly aim, so that sneak attacks with bows now do 3 times damage. But most importantly, you want Assassin's Blade. Sneak attacks with daggers now do a total of 15 times normal damage. This is insane. We're also just going to actually finish off the rest of the sneak tree because we can, so we'll also pick up Lightfoot. foot, we'll pick up silent roll, we'll pick up silence, and we'll pick up shadow warrior. Lovely stuff. But of course, remember our amazing sneak bonus. We now do 15 times damage when sneaking up and backstabbing an enemy. So with our 100 sneak, we have no problem sneaking up behind the bear and yeeting it into the back. And just like that, it's dead. Well, that's the bear defeated. So naturally, we just need to go and make ourselves even more powerful, because we just attacked that bear for 6 times 15, which equates to a grand total of 90 damage. That's pretty good for a starter dagger, but of course it could be much better. So we're gonna go and join ourselves an assassin's guild. That's right, we're gonna go join the Dark Brotherhood. So goodbye Hadvar, it's been a lovely time with you in the tutorial, but I am out of here. Oh yes, of course that wolf can detect me. However, it also can't detect me. Huzzah, I have achieved sneak. Anyway, we're gonna go speak to Alvor here so I can steal his stuff. Oh, and fantastic. Alvor here on the table has a steel dagger for us, which is much better than our pathetic iron dagger. It does an additional 2 damage. So there we go. We're now up to 8 damage with our dagger. Not the best weapon in the world, but it's okay. Alright, now it is simply time for us to leave. Because as fun as it is to actually hang out here, we do not have time. No. I am on an unstoppable quest to cheese this game. You know, when you think about how much time Bendover spent bent over, it really makes you think just how little time it would take you to bend over your finger and press the like button. I bet you didn't see that one coming, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, you now legally have to do it. I have won. Checkmate, my friends. Right, well, we've made our way all the way over to Whiterun, and no, we're not going to go inside and tell the Jarl he has a dragon problem. Instead, we're immediately going to hop into this carriage here with Bjorlum and ask him to take us to Windhelm, the capital. So away we go. Let's just yeet ourselves into the back and take me away, my friend. So naturally just walk past the, racial tensions of Windhelm. It's a very troubled location. Instead, we're going to make our way to one very specific location. Then what you'll want to do is come into here and basically go talk to Aventus Aretino, who's trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood, take his quest to kill a random old lady, and then we get to go be an assassin for a day. Right, so I'll accept Avento's little thing. Right, now don't ask where this child Aventus managed to get human flesh and a human heart for to actually summon us for the Black Sacrament, but hey, here we are. It's time for us to go kill Grelog the Kind. Oh, and also we've now unlocked the ultimate move, the stealth roll. Look at this bad boy. The animation for it is beautiful. Oh my goodness, I love it. Anyway, it's down to Riften we go because we need to go and murder someone. Alright, and we've arrived. Naturally, we're just going to ignore everyone here, scooch on round and make our way to the orphanage. Now, lucky for us, we're a very stealthy boy, so no one's going to see me murder Grelog. Now, Grelog the Kind is here, and I don't think these children are going to mind if I murder her, so, well, bam, I'm just going to lob her head off. Oh, and hello, Courier. Something you're supposed to deliver to me. Okay, more letters from Jarls. Fantastic. That's lovely. Anyway, Grelog's dead. Only children saw me do that, and naturally, children don't report crimes. So it's away we go. Right, so now I just need to hand this quest in, then I'm going to get myself a letter in 24 hours time, and then I just simply need to go to sleep. Well, this is it. Fantastic. I finished the quest and then went to sleep in a bed, and this means we've now been abducted to join the Dark Brotherhood. Here is the wonderful Astrid to invite us into the Dark Brotherhood. Now, the rules here are pretty simple. We've got 3 people. We need to decide which of these 3 we need to murder, and then we walk away. And then we get to join the Dark Brotherhood. Now, there are a few ways you can do this. You can talk to them. However, what we're going to do is just quite simply kill that one, and then kill that one. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Right, and now we've actually been invited to go join the Dark Brotherhood. So we're going to go say hi. Right, now we're just going to wander all the way through Falkreath. It's a lovely hold of Skyrim, but naturally we have absolutely no interest in it, because instead we're just going to run straight into the woods. And here we go. We've made our way to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary, literally just outside of Falkreath, and we're just going to have a quick conversation with the door. And now that we've made it into the Dark Brotherhood, fantastic. Now all we have to do is speak to Astrid, or just, bypass Astrid and completely cheese the game. Because you see, now we're part of the Dark Brotherhood, we can technically take basically every single item they have in here. And a few of the items they have in here are these lovely things right here on the wall. A steel dagger, some shrouded shoes, some shrouded robes, a shrouded hood, a shrouded mask, and some hand wraps. Now, all of these items are a little bit broken. Take a look at this hood. It's a pretty decent hood, makes sneaking 25% better, and is valued at 1,485 gold. These hand wraps, however, are valued at 50 gold each. What do these hand wraps do? They turn you into a literal god. What does this do? Makes you a little quieter, just a little quieter, not by much. This will allow you to one-hit a dragon. Naturally, we're just going to wear all of this, because why not? And we're going to go and not join the Dark Brotherhood, but we've got all of the items we need now to become a demigod. Because by leveling leveling sneak up to 100 right in the tutorial zone. This allows us to do a sneak attack for 15 times damage. When combined with this set of hand wraps, that 15 times increase of damage doubles to become 30 times damage. But then what happens when you take it even further? By say using our very unique and special racial ability of Berserker Rage to double our damage for 60 seconds, or you double it again and it actually doubles the 30 times increase, it doesn't just add another 15. Nope, this isn't going to become 45 times more powerful, this becomes 60 times more powerful. Now, some people will say the best equipment to wear when sneaking is always light clothes, but in reality, it's best to always wear full leather armor. Why is that? Well, it's made of hide. Oh dear lord, okay. I genuinely need to stop with these jokes, these are terrible. Oh, good lord. Now, with this upgrade, we have become very powerful indeed. We should be able to pretty much one-hit everything, so I think it only makes perfect sense that we, go and actually try this bad boy out. So I think there's some kind of keep over here, and it probably has bandits inside of it, knowing the way this game works. So I'm just going to stealth my way right on up to it, see if I can get myself a few fun, cheeky kills. Ah, yes, perfect. There are indeed several people here. Time for me to just sneak my way in. Trust me, you don't see me here, friend. Right, now we're just going to waltz up behind them. Just ignore all of that and do a stab. And as we can see, that does a sneak attack for 30 times damage up there in the top left. That's pretty good. Next up, we've got this lovely orc over here. And what we can actually do is activate our super duper special ability, because why not? So, Berserker Rage. We activate Berserker Rage, walk up to this guy, stab him in the neck, and whabam! He's just been dealt 60 times damage. That's enough to probably kill him 500 times over. This same orc hunter, also instantly dead. Oh, this is so dumb. Now, so far, in order to achieve this insane power, Bendover has had to do only a few things. Number 1, run against a wall for about 16 hours. Number 2, murder an old lady. Number 3, murder a random person in a shed. Now that he's done all of that, he has gained the ability to murder everything. So we're going to do a few important things to just make him even more powerful. But of course, firstly, you're always going to need money, so we've made our way over to Dawnstar, where we're going to go up to the mine, look just a little bit behind the mine, and find ourselves an invisible chest, because at the end of the day, this game just works. If we were lucky, there was going to be a chance that we might run into a dagger here, and there is! Oh, Dwarven Dagger of Flames. Burns the target for 20 points. Lovely stuff, that's amazing. In that chest, we managed to find ourselves a Dwarven Dagger of Flames. Not the greatest weapon in the world, but it's certainly pretty jazzy. And what this bad boy does is it allows us to do 660 damage in a single hit, provided we get a stealth attack. But providing we get that stealth attack is a challenge. So how are we going to make that more likely? We've already maxed out our sneak. How are we going to assist ourselves in combat that we might not be able to win? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's the most overpowered feature in this base game, and it's naturally over in Whiterun. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to what is my favorite and most completely and utterly broken feature of Skyrim, and that is the Ritual Stone, situated just outside of Whiterun. Whoever decided to add this into the game is a complete and utter lunatic, because it is just so unfair. Because this stone allows you to raise the dead of basically everything around you, which is completely and utterly ridiculous for several important reasons. The Skyrim AI is not exactly groundbreakingly amazing. It's kind of broken, and especially when fighting multiple enemies, usually the AI will just simply brick up and sometimes just choose to fight no one. This means that having the ability to raise the dead and effectively have more companions completely decimate and brick up the AI's ability to pathfind, the more powerful you become. It really is as easy as that. So all we have to do is just wander our way up to the Ritual Stone, defeat the novice little necromancer who's hanging around here doing some nerd stuff. Don't mind me, just gonna waltz on in, activate the Ritual Stone, and actually I'm pretty sure we can just use the Ritual Stone immediately right here and resurrect all of these undead to, yes, fight for Bendover and kill this apprentice necromancer. Go, my bony boys, go! Anyway, we'll just stealth up behind him and get the backstab off for an additional 30% damage. The fact that we have 100 stealth and we can just insta-stealth behind people and murder them is ridiculous, but now we can also raise the dead. Honestly, I don't get why there's so much hate for all of these lovely necromancers. They're just honest hard workers trying to raise a family in this environment. Yes, they're technically raising a family out of dead corpses, but you know, it's a family. That's something. So yes, you can technically go the route of picking up the dagger, which gives you the chance to immediately one-hit everything. But when you already one-hit everything, why do that? Why not just focus on looking at the dagger you do have and wondering if you could improve it anymore? And that's exactly what we're going to do. And I'm pretty sure you can probably guess exactly how we're going to do it. That's right, it's Fortify Restoration loop time, baby. Which basically means going inside of Whiterun and repeatedly punching the alchemists over and over again until they cough up the necessary ingredient to craft the exact same potion 70 times over. Ladies and gentlemen, I have become stealth. Look at this. I can stand in front of this Whiterun garden provided that I am at least 1 meter away, allowing for adequate social distancing. I am completely invisible. He cannot see me. He cannot even see me. Now, instead of dealing with the what we're going to do is just actually start off with our incredible arcane enchanting, as we're about to do the Fortify Restoration loop. If you do not know how to do the Fortify Restoration loop, literally watch one of the other 700 videos on my channel about Skyrim. Anyway, back in a moment. Right, well, after a little bit of mucking about getting the exploit to actually work, I have created the ultimate potion. Say hello to my potion of Fortify Smithing. For 3,000 seconds, weapon and armor improving is 3,000% better. Now that's pretty good. So we chug our potion, sit on down, and improve this steel dagger. Bam, crafted. Let's make it legendary. You know, we can even make 2 of these bad boys. They look amazing. And well, there we go. We've created our lovely weapons of death. We have 2 legendary steel daggers, both of which have now a damage output of 43. This is pretty good because it basically means stealth attacks can now do 60 times this base damage. So with a base damage of 43 increased by 60 times, what do you get? You get 2,580, which is well beyond any damage that this game is actually able of calculating. But you can actually take this even further, because by dual wielding these weapons and picking up the power strike perk to actually give you an additional 50% damage, you can actually combine the damage of both of these up to a grand total of 86, and then times that by 90 for the ultimate sneak attack, meaning the actual damaging potential of these 2 steel daggers that I've just created is 7,740. Now in the industry, that's what we call a lot of damage. You're gonna need more than flex tape to seal up any issues that are caused by these. Now the thing is, we can kind of stealth wherever we like. As you can see, we're stealthing right now. We can take out this guard. Wabam, he's dead. No one even saw us do it. We don't even exist. I must say, when you're running with 2 daggers, you actually do look like you're an anime character running around. It is the dumbest thing in the universe. But yes, despite the fact that we've basically not completed any of the early quests, we haven't been to Bleak Falls Barrow, we haven't even so much as had to fight a dragon yet, we have now gained the ability to one-hit a bajillion dragons. Now, of course, scientifically speaking, it is a challenge to try and get a stealth attack off on a dragon, but it can actually be done. You can even one-hit the final boss in the game. That's right, the big bad dragon. There's a location which you can just quite simply crouch into and stealth very easily, because who needs to actually fight the final boss in the game when you can just sit behind them and poke them up the butt? Now, there's a great big bandit camp up here, so I reckon I could probably murder all of them nice and easily. And also, to make it extra sneaky and stealthy, we're gonna wait till nighttime before we go and murder all of these bandits. Huzzah, we now have the power of darkness on our side. Right, well, we've made our way inside of their camp, although they're currently busy trying to fight a gigantic woolly mammoth for some reason. But you know what, maybe I can help them with this, as I reckon I can finally get my one hit off on this gigantic woolly mammoth. Right, up the butt, there we go, sneak attack, woolly mammoth dead, 1 shot. And bandit outlaw, you're also dead, fantastic. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Well, to make this an additional challenge, I've decided to spawn in myself an ebony warrior, just to see if I can one-hit them. Now remember, the ebony warrior is statistically the strongest enemy in all of Skyrim. We have not even completed any quests, we have not even killed any dragons, but what do we have on our side? Well, 2 lovely little daggers, and I'm also going to activate our racial ability of Berserker Rage. So, wabam, quick little bit of Berserker Rage, jump up behind him, and oh yes, he is dead! It really is as easy as that. Fantastic! The ebony warrior has been defeated by just 1 little stabby boy. Look at all of these lovely items he has. Don't mind if I yoink these. Ah, fantastic. Anyway, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have taken Bendover from being a level 1 scrubnub to becoming the greatest roly boy in the universe. And we did it all just right out of the tutorial. It's incredible. Anyway, as always, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed watching today's video, make sure to give it a like. And do consider subscribing if you'd like to see more lovely videos where we break video games and push them to the absolute extremes of their logical abilities. As always, a massive thank you to each and every one of our lovely Patreons. These majestic sausages make all of these videos all the more possible, so thank you very much. And hey, if you sat there wondering what video you'd like to watch next, look no further than this one on screen now, hand chosen by myself to be absolutely perfect for you. Anyway, I'll see each and every one of you in the next one. Have an absolutely lovely day, and goodbye for now.